Hi guys, in this next series of videos we're going to look at how to compare poetry with prose. We will look at how to approach a comparison question, then compare a piece of poetry and a piece of prose in detail. We will then compare them with each other using a comparison checklist. Then we will look at how we might answer an exam-style comparison question.
So firstly, approaching a comparison question. Let's take for example this question here. Compare and contrast the ways in which the authors of two texts you have studied present rejection. So we can already see here that they're asking you to both compare and contrast. So that essentially just means finding the similarities and the differences. Obviously the two texts will be very different because one will be prose and one will be poetry, and we'll talk about how to compare them later on. But here are the main steps in which you should follow to do a comparison question of this kind. So firstly, you should approach the theme to choose your text. So we should do a mind map or something like that to do with the theme of rejection to see which text you're going to choose. Then the second step is the analysis of the poem in terms of the theme. And the theme here is rejection. And then step 3 is the prose analysis in terms of the theme. And then finally, we move on to the comparative analysis. It's really important to do steps 2 and 3 before you compare them, because it means that you know about both the piece of poetry and the piece of prose before you move on to comparing them. So firstly, step 1 is approach the theme to choose your texts. If you just take a look here, I've done a quick sketch of some of the themes to do with rejection. I've identified that rejection could include unrequited love, depression, pain or jealousy, desperation and revenge, and friendship and family. There are lots of other things to do with the theme of rejection, but these are just the ones that I could think of. And then, as you can see here in red, I've identified the texts that I think embody these elements of the idea of rejection. So, for example, if we look over here, I've identified that pain and jealousy to do with rejection can be seen in Atonement, the poem For My Lover Returning to His Wife by Anne Sexton, and Wuthering Heights. And there are many more texts, obviously, that these themes relate to. So that's step 1, identifying what possible texts and what possible elements of rejection you can think of.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for an amazing A-level English literature resource, join me today in my series of engaging bite-sized video tutorials. Together, we will concisely cover all the important concepts required by your exam board specification, as well as practically apply what we have learnt through exam-style questions, focusing on how best to structure your answers in order to maximise marks. See you soon, and together let's make A-level English literature a walk in the park.